And today I'm going to show you all how easy it is to make delicious Buffalo Chicken Meatballs. These meatballs are out of sight. When I tell you they have flavor, oh my goodness, you're going to absolutely love this recipe. If you like buffalo wings, you like hot wings, you're going to love these Buffalo Chicken Meatballs. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need really interesting ingredients. We have ground turkey that we're going to be mixing with our ground chicken. Okay, so we got 1 pound of ground chicken, 1 pound of ground turkey. You're gonna need your favorite hot sauce or buffalo sauce, okay? You're gonna need some ranch because we're gonna be dipping them in ranch just like we would do hot wings, right? You're gonna need some breadcrumbs. Any kind of breadcrumbs will work. We will be using an egg. You're gonna need some spices to make this come together and taste magnificent. We're using chicken bouillon powder for great flavor, salt and pepper. We're gonna use some parsley flakes. If you have real fresh parsley, use that. Okay, we're going to use some paprika, garlic and onion powder. Make sure your hands are clean. Let's make Buffalo Chicken Meatballs Gina Young style. I am so excited. I hope y'all are having a great day today. And if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this here recipe. Let me know in the comment section. Have you ever tried anything like this? Have you ever heard of it? Or do you plan on trying this recipe? So the first thing we're gonna do, let's go ahead and begin to mix up our meatballs. This recipe is so much fun. And when I tell you, my family is like waiting with anticipation. Oh my goodness. When I told them this is one of the recipes that I'd be doing today, they said, oh yeah, that's for dinner. That's for dinner. So they're so excited. And I'm happy to make it for them because it's super simple and it tastes good. They decided that they wanted to have this with macaroni and cheese. So we're going to do that. Okay, you see that I put 1 egg in here. I'm going to put about, let's just say a half a cup of breadcrumbs. Any kind of breadcrumbs will work. Okay, just enough to bind it together, not enough to where these meatballs taste like they have too much filler in them, right? That's like the worst. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna season them. We gotta give them some good flavor. And I'm gonna use, I do have my salt here. We might as well take it out because I'm gonna be using the chicken bouillon powder for my salt today, okay? Great flavor in this bouillon powder that I absolutely love. That's plenty enough. We're gonna go in with some pepper because you need it. And I wish I had fresh parsley, but I don't. So I'm gonna suggest that you guys use fresh parsley anytime you're making any kind of meatballs, okay? But I'll put a nice amount of this dried kind in, right? Okay, next thing we're gonna do is put some paprika. And for this recipe, you could use a smoked paprika if you want to, okay? And we're gonna use onion and garlic powder and a nice amount of it on purpose. These two are new. Let me open them up. We have the pepper or the garlic and onion powder open, and on purpose I'm putting a nice amount. If by chance you decide that you want to put some onion in here, absolutely that's fine, but you make sure you mince it up very well. It does bring great flavor. Okay, so I want to put some ketchup in here. When I'm making beef meatballs using ground beef, I'll usually put some ketchup in. How about we do that with this recipe as well? Put about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of some ketchup in there. And so now we're gonna make up our meatballs. When you're making meatballs, have fun with it. Have the kids do it. They love doing stuff like this. And then after they make it, they like to taste what they made. Get those kids in the kitchen so they can learn and they can have memories of you all, you know, cooking together. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go right in, okay? I'm gonna show you a trick that I like to do when I'm making up meatballs that assures me that my meatballs are not gonna fall apart and they're gonna be that perfect consistency. But one thing that I always like to say, whether you're making a meatloaf or meatballs, don't handle it too much. When you handle it too much, believe it or not, the residual heat from your hands kind of messes up the texture. They'll be dry, and that's not what we're looking for. As I look at this, I can tell that I need some more breadcrumbs. So we're gonna put some more breadcrumbs in. I'll be right back. Add some more breadcrumbs. Let's do it. Okay, oh, if you could only imagine how this smells right now. It smells glorious. Is that the word I'm looking for? If that's not the word, we're going to use it anyways, right? How many of y'all love meatballs like we do here at the Young's house? Anytime I get a chance to make meatballs, I do, because it's so simple and everybody loves it. You get 2 pounds of meat and you turn it into meatballs. That makes a nice amount, right? Really, it does. So remember I told you, I'm looking for a certain trick, and if this trick works, you know you have the right consistency of the meatball. Watch this. So you take it and you throw it up. If it does not come apart, you're good to go. That's great consistency. And because we're using turkey and chicken, it may feel a bit softer than ground beef would. Don't worry about that. It's naturally gonna feel softer because it's different meat. If you wanted to do all chicken, I don't suggest you do that. You wanna know why? Well, the reason why is because ground chicken is dry. It just is, and I'm gonna be honest. So what do? Well, we put the ground turkey with it, and it makes chef's kiss every time. And when I tell you this is juicy, loosey, super delicious, moist, super flavorful meatballs, yes, but you have to add the ground turkey with the ground chicken. Yes, it's Buffalo Chicken Meatballs, but add the turkey, y'all. Add the turkey. You see, I kind of like to do like a medium size right here, and that's going to make me a whole lot of meatballs. Look at all the meatballs we just made. Lovely. They are the perfect size. So what I did, I'm going to show you something real quick. In the bottom of my pan, I'm hoping the camera can really show you. It's not a lot of oil. We're not deep frying them. Just enough oil in the bottom of the pan to coat the pan so these can get a nice sear onto them. Okay, so now you have 2 options. You can sear them here on the stove and then put them in the oven to finish cooking, or you can completely cook them on top of the stove, or you can skip this step right here and you can just throw them right into the oven and they cook from inside out. Okay, so it's really up to you. I don't know why I decided to cook them on the stove today, but here we are. Because honestly, most of the time, I put them on a cookie sheet, throw them in the oven, and we're done, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's get these to going. And you know when they're done, because you can always take one of them. Once they get nice and golden brown, the whole circumference of the meatball, take one out, slice it. When it's done on the inside, you know it's done, and give that one a taste. You gotta taste your food. Know what you're feeding to your family and friends. I'm so excited to share this recipe with you all because I know just how much you're gonna love it. So since I can't put all of these meatballs in one pan, you may see that the stove behind me, I have another pan with a little bit of oil in it. And so what I'll do is I'll fill this pan up, and when I come back, I'm gonna show you how to make this sauce taste good. And yes, we are adding a sweetener to it. Go ahead and make our sauce taste delicious. When it comes to a buffalo sauce or hot wing sauce, I like the heat a little bit. I'm really not a fan of really hot things, although my family loves hot things. So how do I find the medium? I add some sweetness to it, whether it's this is sugar that I have here, whether it's gonna be sugar or honey and butter. The butter will make your hot sauce not be as hot when you add it, okay? You could also add a little hint of fresh lemon juice if you wanted to. And I'm gonna put some sugar in it to balance it to where I can enjoy it as well. And it gets a little twang that everybody loves. Okay, so we're gonna go right in with a half a stick of butter. Okay, it doesn't matter if your butter is salted or unsalted. Okay. We have the meatballs cooking behind me, and we have buffalo sauce here. This is 12 ounces, and of course the other one is 12 ounces as well. It makes for a lot of sauce here. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. When I get these sauces, this sauce is like $1 something. When I get these sauces, I get the cheapest one. Guess why? Because I'm always going to bump it up and make it taste better, right? They've done the job for me, right? But how am I going to make it taste better? I put some butter in it. We're going to put some sugar or some honey, whatever floats your fanny, right? Absolutely. I'm not going to get the measuring cup. We'll just do it this way. And I'm not going to use too much. It's not going to make it super sweet. That's plenty enough. It's going to give that umami. Make them say umami every time because it tastes just that good. Let's turn this on low. It doesn't need to be up on high because the bottom of it will burn. Okay. Lovely. The meatballs are smelling absolutely amazing. Let's give this a nice stir. Oh, yeah, look at that. Are you kidding me? Next, because your meatballs are so tender, I like to tell everybody, be gentle with them because it's turkey meat and chicken, ground chicken meat. When you touch them with your fork in the beginning, you can mush them if you try to turn them with your fork. So all I do is just give your pan a nice shake and they'll flip on its own, okay? So now we're gonna give this a taste and I wanna see if I'm happy with the flavor, and if I'm not, I may add some lemon juice in, right? I may add some garlic powder in, all right? Let's see. Let's give it a nice stir, and the sugar really hasn't dissolved just yet, so it will taste different once that sugar dissolves, or your honey. Let me see. Oh, that's perfect. Oh yeah, I'm excited, and you should be too, because you're gonna love this recipe. Looking at these meatballs, family, they're doing exactly what we want them to do. Just a nice shake of the pan. You'll eventually get them all turned over. The whole circumference of your meatballs will get done. But guess what? Here's where I like to tell everybody, don't worry. Let's just say you're not sure that your meatballs are done or not. When you put them in that hot buffalo sauce, you're going to let them simmer for some time. Whether you're letting it simmer in a crock pot, in a pan, it will continue to cook in that buffalo sauce that you have on a low heat, okay? Look at this. To taste the sauce again after the sugar melted or kind of dissolved, and I felt like I needed a little bit more flavor, so we're going to put just a little bit of garlic powder in there, and I'm pretty sure that's going to do exactly what I was wanting. In the meantime, I'm going to show you something. Let me show you these meatballs. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's what yours are going to look like, that nice charred brown color. When you achieve that color, that means good flavor. That means they're going to taste good. They're moving in the right direction. How easy was this recipe? Our meatballs are done. Look at that. And so what I've done, I've taken them out of the pan that they were, that had the grease in them. You don't want to have to digest any extra oil, right? Look at that. Beautiful. I did cut one. I cut one to make sure the inside was done, and it was delicious. You hear me? It was delicious like that. This same recipe of the meatball can be used for your spaghetti and meatballs. Absolutely it can. Okay, watch this. Take that sauce that we made. This sauce is the boss. And I'm going to use this here, soft spatula, to get everything out of the pan. How easy was dinner today here at the Young's house? The time is 5:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All I got to do is make me up a box of macaroni or two, and dinner's served. Right? Absolutely. I am coming back with the second video for you all, something that you guys are going to absolutely love, love, love. And it's a breakfast video. Look at this. Oh, wait. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you ain't subscribed, what you waiting on? Tell your family and friends. Tell the world what Gina's doing every single day in this kitchen. And Father, once again, we thank you for this meal, for providing a meal, your hedge of protection and your love. Amen. Amen. And once again, to my beautiful prayer, next up. I did just act like I was getting ready to end the video, but I wanted to tell you all, I'm going to let this simmer. I'm going to let it simmer for about 25 minutes. 25 minutes to a half an hour. Let them get even more tender. Let them absorb that beautiful sauce. Make you some in the background right now. But wait, she didn't taste it. I'm going to taste it. I'm going to taste it. Let's just grab one. And I got some ranch right there. Have some, when you guys have like hot wings, do you like ranch or do you like the blue cheese? Oh, I love blue cheese. With my hot wings, So blue cheese would be delicious with this as well. Take a bite. I'm going in. Oh, it's so tender. Nice, soft, moist. Delicious. It's right here. Great flavor.